We're going to read Torah reading. For this week, we're up to chapter 5 of the book of Deuteronomy. So up to chapter 5. Please read along with me as we read the Torah portion for this week. Hallelujah. This week's reading is 3:23 to 7:11. 3:23 to 7:11. And Moses called to all Israel and said to them, "Hear, O Israel, the statutes and judgments which I speak in your ears today. And you shall learn them and guard to do them. Yah, your Elohim, cut a covenant with us in Horeb. Yah did not cut this covenant with our fathers, but with us, even these here today. All of us alive. Yah talked with you face to face in the mountain out of the midst of the fire. I stood between Yah and you at the time and declared to you the word of Yah, for you were afraid from the face of the fire. You did not go up into the mountain when he spoke, saying, I am Yah your Elohim, who brought you out of the hand of Egypt, from the house of slavery." Okay, verse 7. You shall have no other Elohim before me. You shall not make a carved image for you, any likeness of anything in the heavens above or in the earth beneath, and in the waters from under the earth. You shall not bow yourself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yah, your Elohim, am a jealous El, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the sons, and on the third and fourth generations of those that hate me, and doing kindness to the thousands of those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not take the name of Yah, your Elohim, in vain, for Yah will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Observe the Sabbath to keep it holy as Yah, your Elohim, has commanded you. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. And in the 7th day shall be the Sabbath to you and your Elohim. You shall not do any work, nor your sons, nor your daughter, nor your male slave, nor your female slave, nor your ox, nor your donkey, nor any of your livestock, nor your stranger that is within your gates, that you make a slave and that is in your gates, so that you make slave and your female slave may rest like yourself. Let me just bear with me here, make sure I'm on the right reading today. Hold on. Okay. Verse 15. And remember that you were a slave in a land of Egypt, and Yah your Elohim brought you out from there by a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm. On account of Yah your Elohim has commanded you to keep the Sabbath day. Honor your father and your mother as Yah your Elohim has commanded you, so that your day may be prolonged and that it may be well with you in the land which Yah your Elohim is giving to you. You shall not commit murder. And you shall not commit adultery. And you shall not steal, and you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not lust after your neighbor's wife, nor shall you covet your neighbor's house, his field, nor his male slave, nor his female slave, his ox or his donkey, nor anything which is your neighbor's. Yah spoke to these words all of the assembly on the mount out of the midst of the fire of the cloud, out of the thick darkness, with a great voice. And he added no more. He wrote them on 2 tablets of stone he gave to me. And it happened when you heard the voice out of the midst of the darkness, while in the mountain, that burned with fire, you came near to me, all the rulers and of your tribes and of your elders, and you said, behold, Yah your Elohim has made us see his glory and his greatness to us, and we have heard his voice out of the midst of the fire. We have seen today that Elohim speaks with man, and he lives. And then why should we die? For this great fire will consume us if we hear the voice of Yah your Elohim any more than we shall die. For who of all flesh that has heard the voice of the living Elohim speaking out of the midst of the fire, as we have, and has lived? You go near and hear all that Yah your Elohim may say, and you shall speak to us all that Yah Elohim may speak, and we will hear it and do it. And Yah heard the voice of your words when you spoke to me, and Yah said to me, I have heard the voice of the words of this people, which they have spoken to you. They have well said all that they have spoken. Would that this heart of theirs would be like always to fear me and to keep all my commandments, that it might be well with them and with their sons forever. Go say to them, return to your tents. But as for you, you stand here by me, and I will speak to you all the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which you shall teach them. And they may do them in the land which I am giving to them. And you shall be careful to do as Yah your Elohim has commanded you. So you shall not turn aside to the right or left. You shall walk in the ways which Yah your Elohim has commanded you, so you may live, and that the good may be with you, and you may prolong your days in a land which you possess. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That is the Torah reading, and I'm just looking here, make sure we're on the right schedule. And somehow it says that the next weekly Torah is 7:12 to 11:25 for this coming Shabbat. And I'm looking to see how this took us off schedule here. But that's okay. We'll read chapter 6 right now, and then we'll continue reading. So here we go, chapter 6. So we'll read up to this, and we'll go all the way to 11, so we cover this week's Torah for this week. Verse 6. Now this is the commandment of the statute and the judgments which Yah your Elohim has commanded to teach you, to do them in the land to which you are crossing over, to possess it, that you might fear Yah your Elohim, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command you, and your son and your sons all the days of your life, and that your days may be prolonged. Hear them, O Israel, and take heed to do them, that it may be well with you, that you may increase greatly, as Yah, the Elohim of your fathers, has promised you, in a land flowing with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, our Elohim is Yah Echad, and you shall love Yah your Elohim with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I am commanding you today shall be in your heart, and you shall diligently teach them to your sons, and shall speak of them as you sit in your house, as you walk by the way, and as you are lying down, and as you rising up. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and let them be frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorpost of your house and upon your gates. And it shall be when Yah your Elohim shall bring you into the land which he has sworn to you, to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give to you a great and good cities which you have not built. The house is full of every good thing for which you have not filled, and with wells dug which you did not dig, vineyards and olives which you did not plant, and you shall eat and be satisfied. Verse 12. Then you shall be on guard, that you do not forget Yah when he brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slaves. You shall fear Yah your Elohim, and you shall serve him, and you shall swear by his name. You shall not go after other gods of Elohim of the people who are around you, for Yah your Elohim is a jealous El, and your midst, lest the anger of Yah your Elohim burn against you, and he destroy you from off the face of the earth. You shall not test Yah your Elohim as you have tested him in Massa. Diligently you shall keep the commandments of Yah your Elohim and his testimonials and his statutes which he has commanded you. And you shall not do the right, and you shall do the right thing and the good thing in the eyes of Yah, so that it may be well with you, and that you may go in and possess the good land which Yah has sworn to your fathers, to drive out all your enemies before you, as Yah has spoken. When your son asks you hereafter, saying, what are the testimonies and the statutes and judgments which Yah your Elohim has commanded you? Then you shall say to your son, we're Pharaoh's slaves in Egypt, and Yah brought us out of Egypt with a strong hand. And Yah gave signs and great grievous wonders of Egypt on Pharaoh and all his household before your eyes. He has brought us out from there in order to bring us in, to give us the land which Yah has sworn to our fathers. And Yah commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear Yah, our Elohim, for our good forever, to keep us alive today. And it shall be righteous for us when we take heed to do all this commandment before Yah our Elohim, as he has commanded us. So I'm going to go ahead and to proceed to read chapter 7 now, with next week's Torah reading being 7:12 to 11:25. So we'll read chapter 7 now, and then we'll continue with chapter 8 tomorrow. When Yah your Elohim shall bring you into the land which you are going to possess, and he cast out the many nations out from before you, the Hittites, the Gershonites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Pezerites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations larger and mighty than you. And when Yah your Elohim shall give them up before you and strike them, then you shall utterly destroy them. You shall not cut a covenant with them, nor show mercy to them. Nor shall you intermarry with them. You shall not give your daughter to his son, nor shall you take his daughter to you. For he will turn your son away from following me, that they may serve other Elohim. And the anger of Yah will glow against you, and he will destroy you quickly. But you shall deal with them in this way. You shall break down their altars, shatter in pieces their pillars, and you shall cut down their Asherahs, and you shall burn their carved images with fire. For you are a holy people to Yah, your Elohim Yah. Your Elohim has chosen you to be his own treasure out of the people on the face of the earth. Yah did not set his love on you or choose you because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all the peoples, because Yah loved you and because he kept his oath with you. He swore to your fathers, Yah has caused you to go up with a strong hand and redeemed you from the house of slaves, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Because of this, Yah, your Elohim, he is Elohim, the faithful, keeping a covenant and mercy to those who love him and to those who keep his commandments, to 1,000 generations, and repaying to his face those who hate him, to destroy him. He will repay them who hates him to his face, and you shall keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments I'm giving you today. We're going to end there. If I'm correct in the teachings, that is the end of the Torah reading. And if I'm not correct, we'll continue with the following Torah reading. Well, it is incorrect. So tomorrow we'll continue with Deuteronomy chapter 7:12 to 11:25 for next week's Torah reading. Okay, have a blessed day, everybody. Yah be with you this day. Thank you for watching, and shalom, shalom.